my team with 5 people were working on 150 projects in parallel globally. Can you imagine this?
Paperless movement, your productivity, your way.
So obviously everybody was overwhelmed. Obviously they never finished the things on time. It was crazy. But now I had a number. And now I was able to go to the management and say, okay, now you can explain to me, how should we manage with 5 people managing 150 projects? So I explained it in a way that if you have one person and you ask this person to drive 5 cars simultaneously from A to B, either this person will drive all the 5 cars just a bit into the middle, or you have to tell me which car has the highest priority that we can drive it to B. And this is what really clicked, and this was then giving me budget to get a lot more members into the team. At the same time, we reduced the project we've been responsible for down to 50 projects. So how did we do this? Prioritization. And how do we prioritize? Well, by definition of what these projects were all about. Because something that I figured out as well is that some projects were actually very important projects where they built new production lines, where they produce stuff that brings the company money in. And then there were optimization projects. They were just made by some students that had a good idea, people who think they can improve processes, or even yearly goals, where obviously these big companies always want to have continuous improvement, and therefore they say you have to improve the processes. However, as we've been so overloaded and had not enough manpower to tackle the money in projects, we were then able to stop these optimization projects and say, sorry, we cannot do this. And then over time, we were able to build up the team and then get on more and more again of these optimization projects, and things started to run well again. I'm just sharing this story as I think it's very important to see this in context, and also to keep this back in your mind whenever we talk at the Paperless Movement about busy professionals and how it is to being overwhelmed in business and how to become more productive in business, that we are walking the walk with you. That's really key. What we teach with ICOR is not something for knowledge workers, for students, for authors who want to write articles and books and things like that to make some research. It is really for people who have no time to think about tools, how to set them up and things like that. Believe me, even that I was working in IT and I had a bunch of nerds around me who love technology and being on a computer all day, they hate it whenever I ask them to implement a new tool. When people ask us, how can I improve team performance? Should I send my team to you so they become more productive? This is giving away responsibility and accountability as a team leader. I think that's totally wrong. As you expect the team to become more productive on their own without you as a team leader understanding the whys, why they are not performing as good as they should, and also learning how to prioritize tasks for them. The same applies to team members complaining about the team leader that he's not knowing stuff. I was in both situations. I was a team member and I was a team leader, and I was able to improve productivity both sides. Why? Because I showed how I became more productive, so others followed the example. And then as a team leader, as I was able to free up time to give my team breathing room, to make them accountable for being experts and not doing administrative work. So therefore they understood why certain tools help to improve freedom. Many times I saw this when tools are implemented, teams complaining, now we have to do even more work. Now I have to tick this box and I have to fill in these fields and so on. It's really key that there is a multiplier inside the team who gets it, the key takeaway behind the implementation, and then helps implementing the new tool. But I was able in this company to whitelist Asana for the reasons that I showed for team improvement that we did with Asana back then. I used Asana first for myself as a team leader to get clarity and an overview over all the projects. Therefore, the team saw that we were able to reduce these 150 projects down to 50. Everybody